Okay. Well, my name is Melody Brandon. Let me add another person real quick. I'm so excited for you guys to join us on tonight. I'm going to be sharing all about doing doTERRA as a business. I got started with doing doTERRA about probably 6 years ago, or maybe 5 or 6 years for doing the business. And I've been a customer since my daughter was 6 months old, and she's almost 9, which is crazy. So that is insane to me. But I've been using oils for a long, long time. And then I loved sharing them from the beginning, but really got started with the business side of it a little bit into my journey. So I'm going to share my screen for most of the webinar because we have a lot of graphics and slides and some different sharing of testimonials from other women in our group. So you don't hear just my story, but others too. So I'm going to share my screen. But like I said, if you have any questions at all, please unmute yourself, ask away, or you can comment in the sidebar. And at the end, we'll open it up to a Q&A too. So if you have any specific questions and you prefer waiting to the end, you can do that as well. And yes, this chat will be recorded. So if you want to share it with anybody afterwards, you totally can. Okie dokie. Okay, awesome. So let me minimize this for a second and we can get going. Okay, so there's me and my daughter. I have a son as well. So I have two kiddos. I have an almost 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. I'm married to my husband, Tim, and we live in Southern California. My story in a nutshell is that I have been a bakery owner for most of my life. That's what I thought I was going to do. I first thought I was going to be an elementary school teacher, then owned a bakery and still do. We're actually in the process of selling it right now. But I have owned a bakery for about 10 years. That's what I thought I would be doing my entire life. But I fell into essential oils because I really wanted a natural option for my kiddos. I did not grow up in that world whatsoever of the natural, world. I definitely grew up with Excedrin as my best friend. I had chronic headaches, using antibiotics all throughout my life, chronically at one point, which left me with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, when I was 21. So I definitely wasn't, I would say, on the natural side of things. But when I got pregnant, I think my eyes sort of opened to maybe doing things a little bit differently. And I started questioning some things. And then I got into using oils when my daughter was about 6 months old. And I loved them from the start. I literally couldn't stop talking to them about people. And so I did start sharing them right when I got my first kit for Christmas. I started sharing my oils, and I literally couldn't stop sharing them with friends and family. And I helped them get started with them. I didn't even know what that meant at that point. I didn't even know, doTERRA was direct sales or an MLM company. I just love these oils, and people kept asking me questions about them. Like, so what did you use for your daughter's fever again? And what did you use, for your headaches or this and that? And I just shared with them, and people really wanted to learn how to use these oils. So I still at that point had two bakeries. I had 40 employees, which was an insane amount of employees. That was something, having a bakery business. I had been on all the TV shows, in all the magazines. That's all I had wanted to do once I decided to go for it 10 years ago. And I had great success. We had, I think at that time, over 200,000 Instagram followers. And I did love it. And then it got to the point where it was a little bit too much for me, overwhelming me once I hit motherhood. I just couldn't live the life that I wanted. And I found that for me personally, I wasn't getting the freedom, time freedom, or the financial freedom I was looking for, even though I felt like I put in more effort than anyone out there trying to make this bakery give me the time freedom and the financial freedom I wanted. I found success within my business, and yet personally, I was feeling like I always joke that I was in that hamster wheel. What's insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And for me, that's how I felt. And I share that with some of my friends. Like, I shared that on and off, and they kept saying, like, you keep saying the same thing a lot of times, and you got to love friends. They just tell you like it is. And to be honest, like, at that point when I was so far into doing this one thing that I thought I would do the rest of my entire life, and that was our family's, income a lot. My husband worked a ton as well at that time. We didn't get to see him a bunch. I just felt trapped in all of it, and I really didn't see any kind of out. And when I got into oils, I really didn't think it could rival my income at the bakery, even though I wasn't making as much as I wanted to. I didn't think essential oils could bring in income. Um, but once I learned about doTERRA as a company, and that there was actually a business opportunity where I could grow as fast as I wanted to, work it whenever I could, fit it into my lifestyle, which at that point, again, I had 2 kids, 2 bakeries, 40 employees. My husband worked full time and commuted. I was like, you know what? I can do this. And so, even though everyone around me thought I was a little cuckoo for saying that, I loved the products, I loved the oils, and I knew that I could work hard and make this happen. And I had seen other people do it, and I decided to just go for it. And within about a year, I went from the rank of silver to diamond, which for me was kind of mind blowing. We'll walk you through that, what that means. But for me and my family, that meant financial freedom. And that really made me be able to step back from a lot of the responsibilities, going in every single day, every single weekend I used to work, and not being able to be at home. And now I'm literally able to be at home every single day of the year. I homeschool my kiddos, I work from home. Like I said, we're in the process of selling the bakery, and our income has just grown and grown. And within that has given us such time freedom to be able to feel financially stable, my husband not work insane hours, which is a blessing. He works from home as well, when he wants to, on projects that he likes, right, and doesn't have to commute hours and hours. And it has been such a blessing for us. So we have, within that, I have gotten to partner with tons of women, which I'm going to share their stories as well, and sort of helped them see how doTERRA can fit into their lives, how they can share these oils that they've fallen in love with, and how actually what it really means to do doTERRA as a business. So that's my story in a nutshell. Like I said, I've been doing it, from when I decided to really treat it like a business, for about 5, almost 6 years now. And it has blown me away. I absolutely love the company. Last year, I became a founder in it, was one of the top 25 in sales out of all of the doTERRA. So I really believe in this product. I really believe in helping people get oils in their home. And I love helping people get plugged into our community of customers, and then also helping them learn how they can turn this into a business. So that's what I'm going to be sharing tonight. Again, that's just a little bit of my story, but now I want to share with you a lot of stories from women within our group and why they decided to do that. And then also walk you through the nitty gritty of what this business means, what's the compensation plan, what our community can offer you, and then answer any kind of questions that you guys have. So I'm going to share my screen once more, and then we'll get going on that. Click present one more time. Okay, so one thing that was really important to me when I decided to start this business, and so many women in our community echo the same, is sharing over selling. So when I decided to do this business, I never was like, oh, I'm not a salesperson. Like, that's so not me. But when I really stepped back, the funny thing is, I think I had an aha moment when I kept sharing about these oils on Instagram and just sharing what I loved about them, what they could do, right? And things like that, how they worked for my family. And people would then DM me and say, thank you so much for telling me about these. I went on Amazon and bought them. And I was like, oh man, I better learn to actually tell people that I am selling the oils, right? And they can get these through me. But at the beginning, I was so like anti saying I was selling anything. And once I got over that and just realized, what am I good at? I'm good at sharing, connecting, and helping people. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what I love doing. And so, really, that's the heart of it. And so, clearly, people know I do sell the oils. And more of that is I share. I tell people, and I always joke that, with essential oils, the same thing as my cakes. I would never go to people and say, hey, do you want a wedding cake? Do you want a birthday cake? And ask people incessantly if they want to, support my bakery business. That is not how I run a business. But my business got successful because we put out a great product. We, took pretty photos of it. It tasted good, and we gave great customer service. So the same thing goes with my oil business and people in our community. We share the power of these oils, how you actually use them. We make them attainable to people so they don't feel like it's this pie in the sky idea of like, how do you use these oils? We have ebooks, we have webinars, we walk them through it, and we really make sure they know how to use the oil. So that's the important thing. We never want to feel like we are literally in it to sell. That's not what our community is about. We're in it to share and help people and empower them to feel like they really can make some changes in their life, whether it be big or small, that they can use these oils and products to help themselves in their everyday life. And that is the passion behind our community. Here, I'm going to share two stories. These actually a mother-daughter team, Jenna and Becky. They both do the business. And I want you guys to hear their story about why they got started in the business and sort of what it means to them.
There are so many aspects of this business that I love. Um, who knew? I love creating posts on social media. I never was on much social media at all, but I've discovered that I love just creating and researching things. So that's been really fun. I love the camaraderie. I love the team chats, the team meetings. I don't know. I just love learning from people, different things. Um, I love that I have more friends now, that I've just expanded my circle. I love sampling people. I love I love sharing oils with the first time somebody uses an oil and they have a great experience with it. That's just so exciting to me. Um, Gosh, I love convention. There's nothing better. I just love the lifeblood of this business. It's thriving. It's on the forefront. So there's, I love doing parties when we can, but I don't even mind doing Zoom calls either. Um, I don't know. I just love connecting with people, I guess. I think that was missing from my life. And it's made me really happy.
I just love Becky's story. It seriously is so amazing. And you can just tell she's so, you know, the love of it just oozes from her. And I just had to share that video. And then here's Jenna, and she's going to share a little bit too.
My favorite part about this business is getting to share these oils, getting to connect with people on really a personal level. And I like doing the continued education. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I like being at the podium, or nowadays, leading a Zoom call, or however that looks. I like being a teacher. I love sharing information. I love gathering information and sharing it and presenting it, and the impact that I get to see people using their oils and texting me the next day, oh my gosh, I tried that blend on my baby and it worked. And it's it's so fulfilling. It's so fun. I love, when all of us teammates are together. It is just, I don't know how to describe it. Being in a community of like-minded people. And I don't know that I would have found that without doing this as a business. It's all the corners of my life pulled in to one and met in the middle. And I'm forever grateful. This is just one of the best things that has ever happened.
Love Jenna's story too. Okay, so we are all about educate, empower, and serve. So we have a community. When I got started with oils, I felt like something that was missing when I got started personally. There wasn't any community aspect. I felt a little bit alone in figuring out these oils. And especially when I decided to do it as a business, I realized what made a lot of people not do oils is they didn't know how to use them. They would get these oils and literally they would sit in their cupboard. And I'm like, what do people need? They need to feel like they have a community to where if you want to ask a question late at night or look up a topic or a post or something like that, then you can do that, right? You want to be able to, back in the day before people weren't getting together as much, you want to be able to go and meet one-on-one or in a group setting, actually learn, make a roller bottle together, try out the oils, smell them, learn and things like that. And so that's what we've created. So we have an amazing online community. on Facebook with, I think, over 4,500 members now. We have a private website as well with all the information, the webinars, the ebooks, and things like that. We'll share more in a second, but that you get all to start with. So just like you would be getting if you bought into a franchise, but without having to pay any money into it, you go into this business, if you choose to, with our community, with an entire set of tools that you didn't have to work for, right? We've created everything for you. We have the community. So right when you get a customer, you can plug them in right away into a community that is rich with support, helping them all along the way. And you're there too, but you're not alone in helping them. And I feel like that's so awesome when starting something new. So you feel like you have these great resources to offer your customers, and you really didn't have to do anything for it. Um, with talking about our community, we have a long-term vision and potential. So personally, within my team, and again, I've only been in this business 6 years, 13,000 customers are underneath me. And this doesn't mean I've personally signed up 13,000 customers. It means the women who I've helped get started and they've helped other people get started and shared with friends and family and so on, have literally helped 13,000 people get oils in their home. We have 700 people sharing oils, and we have 150 plus leaders. And with that meaning, we have some people that start with doing this as a business, and they might just want to share it here or there when it's convenient for them, but they still have all the tools that we offer them. They can still plug everyone into our community, get all the ebooks, webinars, all of that. They get that access. So if you just want to dip your toes in, you can absolutely do that. If you want to go all in and are like, no, I want to leave my job, or I want financial freedom, you can, in a sense, become a leader, and you're putting more time in, but you're definitely getting more income and things like that. And so we have a whole range of that, and it's totally your choice, right? No pressure in any kind of way in how you show up for this business. It's your own business. We're only here as a community to help you in what you want to achieve, but we're never there dragging you along and you trying to coerce you into anything. I'm always like an independent person. I would never want anyone to push me into anything or beg me to do something. It's my business, and I'm so passionate about it because it's what I want to do. And that's what the women in our community feel the same way. Now, one thing I realized really quickly is, what's the doTERRA difference? So there's traditional employment versus, we call it authentic network marketing. Because of course we all heard of different stories of, oh, back in the day, there was these MLMs and a pyramid scheme or things like that. Well, pyramid schemes are illegal. doTERRA is definitely not a pyramid scheme. They are one of the best networking marketing companies, direct sale companies out there. We'll talk about why in a second more. But what is the difference between traditional employment versus authentic network marketing? So in a traditional employment, you're trading hours for dollars, meaning like if you don't show up and give your hours away, you're not getting those dollars, right? So you do have to show up those 40 hours a week. You are giving away your time. And for me, when I became a mom, my time became even more valuable. I did not want to trade my hours for this certain amount of pay. It wasn't almost worth it for me. And a lot of times after, most of the time I was bringing my kiddos with me everywhere I went at my bakery, but at one point it got too insane. I'm like, okay, well now I'm paying like my aunt to babysit or a babysitter. I'm like, so I'm paying how much to babysit? Then I have to carpool, and then I have to drive. And I'm like, so how much am I making by the end? I don't know if any of you feel that way, but literally sometimes it seems like just trying to get to work is such a feat. And now I can work from my own home in my yoga pants when I want, and I'm not having to pay a babysitter all the time, although I do have some when I need time, but it's just way more in my control. Traditional employment, limit on advancements and earnings. I know one of the ladies in that I do the business with, that was one of her things. She's like in a corporate job, and she like felt like she hit a ceiling. No matter what, she could not get an advancement. And I mean, that's not a fun feeling, right? You can only go so far. With doTERRA, I knew if I wanted to, I could hit whatever rank I wanted to with as much effort I was putting into it. And I did hit the ranks that I needed to and wanted to. And it's really transformed my life. You're reliant on your employer's vision. That also is something that for me personally, that's why I started my own business with my bakeries. I wanted to do my own thing, which I loved that about my bakery, but I also felt very tethered to the bakery. We were open every single day of the week. We could only close 4 days out of the year. I felt very tied down with all my employees. If they didn't show up, I had to be there. It really took away a lot of that freedom freedom that I thought by owning my own business that was a brick and mortar. I felt very tied down in a sense. Whereas this business, I definitely don't feel tied down. And a lot of times, depending on the job you want, you have to have a lot of prerequisites and costly education. Again, with doTERRA, you don't. And then you have a limit on your time freedom. Again, you have to show up at certain times. You only have certain holidays off, all of these kind of things. If you want to go to your kids, thing, or you want to go on a vacation, well, you have to ask your employer. Whereas with authentic network marketing, literally you are putting time and energy, but you are creating a residual income. For me, once I learned about what residual income meant, that was a game changer for me. And I'll tell you more about that in a second. You also, again, unlimited reach and earning power. You have your own vision that you can create for your own business. No prerequisites you can learn by yourself. You don't have to put any major investment, and freedom to choose your own schedule, which is huge. No matter if you have a full-time job, you're a full-time parent, whatever it may be, you can fit this business into your life. And a lot of women that will be sharing their stories have. So here's Candace. She's going to share a little bit about why she loves doTERRA.
Okay, what is my favorite part about doing doTERRA as a business? I would say the freedom. Maybe I'll add some more in there, but the number one thing is the freedom. I have been able to do doTERRA in California. I've been able to do doTERRA in Tennessee now. I've been able to do it while driving on car trips, anything like that. I've been able to work this business from anywhere that I am and at any time. I was doing doTERRA 9 months pregnant. I was sending messages from the hospital. I haven't had to take a break through the seasons of life because of how easy it is to work from your phone, work from home. doTERRA has amazing customer service. They have the website already set for you, so you're not at home trying to take care of those things. And your job is to connect with people, which I love, educate people, build your business however you want to. And that's another thing with freedom is I get to build this business in a way that feels authentic to me. I don't have anyone telling me what I need to wear, how I need to do things, which I love because I don't do well with that. I don't do well with having a boss checking in, checking out. I don't like asking for time off. I don't like asking for permission to go see family or anything like that. I've always been that way, an entrepreneur. And I would say if I had one thing, it would be the freedom that doTERRA offers.
Awesome. And then here's Cheryl.
The reason I started doTERRA as a business was I was looking for something that would allow me some time flexibility in my schedule and something that would continue to earn income even when I wasn't putting in a traditional 9-to-5 job. So I had one of those traditional 9-to-5 jobs in the finance industry. I thought it was my dream job at the time. I did all the things. I got the fancy degree. I got the fancy Fortune 500 job. I worked at a couple of different hedge funds, and it wasn't fulfilling me. So now I'm able to do all of those things that I was looking for. I am able to be with my kids during the day, and I fit in my doTERRA business a couple of different ways. So I fit in working and following up with my customers during nap times. I'm able to work alongside my son when he's doing homework. I'm able to sit with him and also do some activities for my business. And then a lot of times I'll pick it up in the morning before my kids wake up or at night after they go to bed. And it's been just a blessing for our family. I'm able to generate income like I was talking about, but still have that flexible schedule.
Yeah, and I think that's really important to a lot of us is we want choices in our life. And sometimes when you're strapped down to a job, you really feel like those choices are really limited. So what makes doTERRA unique? 85% of those that join doTERRA, meaning they become a wholesale customer. With doTERRA, when you get a kit, you're becoming a wholesale customer, just like a Costco membership, right? You don't ever have to order again if you don't want to. A lot of our customers do. And that's the great thing about doTERRA. 85% of people, just wish to buy the product. That's awesome. But 15% wish to build a business. They find they love the product. They can't stop talking about it. And they truly love helping people with finding, relief or help in certain areas, because that is one of the greatest feelings is when you are able to help someone else. The best thing too is 65% of people that join order at least every 3 months. Now, if you compare that to an industry average of only 8%, so a lot of other direct sale companies, you're getting a customer, but only 8% of them are reordering. That doesn't feel like a lot of time freedom to me. Then you need to get so many customers. Whereas with doTERRA, if it's a product they love, which they do love it, and you actually help them learn how to use the product, incorporate it into their life, 65% of those people are ordering every 3 months. That's called residual income. I'm not having to go to those customers and beg them to order, remind them to order. I provide service to educate them, share with stuff and things like that. Yes, I do offer that, and that's part of me doing the business. But they would order every 3 months because they love the product. They use them in their everyday lives. That is a game changer. So for me, when I wake up on the first day of the month, I could have 20,000 in sales underneath me right now because I've been doing it for a while, and I haven't even looked at what the promo is or talked with a customer, sold one thing. That's because all of the customers underneath me already know what they want. They're excited. They saw the promo from doTERRA or somebody else, and they're ordering on their account, and yet I'm getting paid off of that. For me, that is time freedom. That's how you're making money while you're sleeping, making money while you're doing stuff with your family. A couple of other things about doTERRA. So why doTERRA? Most tested and trusted essential oil company in the whole world. That is one of their main things they stood by. Is they created doTERRA because literally the essential oil market is so tampered with, so what's the word I'm trying to look for? 85% of essential oils, they say, are adulterated. So it literally, you can get a bottle that says 100% pure. When tested, it absolutely is not. So there's no FDA regulations when it comes to essential oils. So it's a pretty crazy market in that sense. But that's why when people try our oils, they fall in love with them because they're actual pure oils and they actually get benefits from them. So within that, we are the largest essential oil company in the world. We are growing in so many other countries. Most of you probably tonight are from the US, but we have huge markets all over Europe, Australia, China, Japan, all over. People are loving the oils, and we keep opening up more and more markets, Philippines every single year. Largest direct sale company in the US, best compensation plan, privately owned company. They will never sell, which is huge things. All the same owners from when they started. Their stories, when you learn about them more, are so amazing. They literally mortgaged their own home, went without payment to keep it privately owned and not have investors come in. They are 100% debt free. This is huge because that means they can be in control of the business, rather than, if it's not privately owned company, they have to report to stock owners and all these kind of things that then would, question, oh, maybe we need to cut corners here or do that or that. No, they are privately owned. They have what they want this company to be, and they go for it. Used by doctors and hospitals all over, ethically and sustainably sourced, which is huge within this market. Works directly with farmers, no middlemen. This, when you learn the stories about the farmers that are actually harvesting these oils for us, you will love that. Open in 120 markets, like I said. Love the leadership team. Used within marketing, healthcare professionals, and the philanthropy and all the ways they give back, which we'll touch on more, is just such an awesome company to be behind. Untapped opportunity. So some people think that essential oils are everywhere, but that might just be because you've used oils. But to be honest, 66% of the US have never tried essential oils, which is insane. That is a huge market. Half of that, when polled, said they do want to try essential oils. That equates to 100 million people just in the US, not overseas, that want to get oils or at least try them out. 61% can't even name an essential oil company. 44% do not recognize that essential oil when shown a list. And 53% of non-natural product users rank healthy lifestyle as important. So it is important to them. It's just no one has come along the way and connected the dots for them, been that middleman to really help them figure out how to get these healthier products in their life. 85% of those not using natural products are open to trying them. So these are huge statistics, which a lot of markets do not have. A couple more stories, because I love stories and hearing from people. This is Erica sharing why she decided to do the business.
Hi, so for me, after having my oils for about a month or so, I just realized that nobody close to me was either selling oils or really actively using them. So I thought to myself, why not use the oils, learn about the oils, share oils, and make money as I go? And honestly, it's been the best thing because it has actually introduced me to a community of ladies and a few men here and there that take wellness seriously, which is something that I so desperately needed. Favorite part about the business for me is that the sky's the limit. You can go as fast as you want and you can go as slow as you want. It really is, it's all dependent on you, really, how you want to run your business. It is hard for me. I have 4 kids. I just started the business, but there's also beauty in that because I try to incorporate the kids. They need to know what I'm doing. They need to know why it is that I'm sharing, why I'm on the phone. Mommy needs to make money, and they're excited about it.
I love Erica. What a great story.
So I started doTERRA as a business to be able to fulfill my dream of being a stay-at-home mom. I'm a teacher. I work full time. I teach middle school. And unfortunately, I will never be able to make enough, work enough hours in the day, or save enough for me to be able to stay at home with my kids, quit my job, and still live the life that we want to live. And so with doTERRA's compensation plan and the fact that you really have no limit in how much money you can earn with doTERRA, it has really provided us with the opportunity for me to one day stay at home with my kids.
Such an awesome story. I met Diane on Instagram, and it's been such a blessing getting to know her, work with her, and she has such a heart to help people. And I just can't wait until she can retire and stay at home full time. Okay, so like I said, not all essential oils are created equal, and you will learn that the more you use oils and why it's, this business is so awesome because really our products work and I basically don't have to sell anything. I just have to share it and get people to use the oils. And once they do, the product sells itself, which is what I love. So why doTERRA is different? Co-impact sourcing. So doTERRA sustainably sources from over 45 different countries worldwide and only uses plants grown indigenously. So you can get lavender off the freeway here in the US, which companies do, but it definitely does not give you the same impact of oil or purity as those grown in like Bulgaria. I always give the example of wine because people connect with it and say you can get $3 wine, you can get $3,000 wine. What's the difference? It's all grapes. Yet we all know there is a difference within wine. The same thing goes with essential oils. If you really want them to take the place of a medication or help with your mood support or give you energy or help with inflammation, you need to get essential oils that are pure and not contaminated. And you want them sourced in the best area because actually, depending on what time of the day they're sourced, how they're harvested, and things like that make a difference. Of course, also not even going the purity route, actually being a business that does things the right way and actually works with people and gives them a living wage and makes sure that they can take care of their own families instead of, making it to where they can't survive and the middleman is getting paid the most. That happens all over when it comes to essential oils. But with doTERRA, they go right to the farmers. They work hand in hand and they really help create a community with them. They've helped them so many times. A lot of the countries that we work with, they have a natural disaster, something, doTERRA comes in literally works hand in hand in building new waterways or buildings and things like that. And I love the stories. There's so many we can share if you want to learn more about co-impact sourcing. We have our certified pure therapeutic grade. So on the back of each bottle, there's a code. You can put it into our website, Source to You, and you can literally see the actual testing done on your bottle. There's no other essential oil company that is as transparent as ours. And I love that, to where you can feel like you can look up your bottle and you can see the testing done on it. We have medical partnerships with healthcare. We have testings done at third party. Just so awesome how, they really are getting essential oils and getting them tested to where, a lot of times you can't patent an essential oil, like something natural. So you don't get as many of these, studies and tests on them. But doTERRA is partnering with hospitals and companies and doing things themselves and getting all of the testing done on it to show us really how do essential oils work and the science behind it. Our Healing Hands Foundation has given back to so many different organizations. I can't even count. Some of my favorite ones too, with sex trafficking and Days for Girls, so many. And we can be a part of that. Like our dollars directly go to helping these foundations. Operation Underground Railroad, one of the biggest ones, like I said, helps with child sex trafficking. In 2015, doTERRA donated over 100% of our, sorry, I was trying to read it as I was talking, of our Hope and oil and our Rose lotion. That's two of my favorite products. And literally when you buy those, 100% of it goes straight to our rescue. So, like I said, not all MLMs are created equal. So let's talk a little bit about the compensation plan and why it works. Why an MLM versus traditional? You are building a pipeline. So with this, you are getting, like Candace said, a company that's doing almost a lot of the work already for you, right? That within my bakery, I realized how much work it took to have your own business, right? I thought that was the best way to make income and have financial freedom and time freedom. And I realized, oh, wow, I'm the customer service person, the order fulfillment person, the billing, the creator, the inventor, the designer, and all of that. And it was quite overwhelming at times. So it's a built-in business model. And then we have a built-in education system. doTERRA does amazing education, and we equally do awesome as well. We have webinars, we have ebooks, all of this. You get to get plugged in right away, basically for free within our community, and extremely low overhead. Like I said, when I got started, I didn't even really realize I was selling essential oils. I just hosted a class because I wanted a free diffuser, and all of my friends decided to get started. At that point, I was in a sense starting a business, even though I really didn't think about it that way, right? I had my bakery business, but I was starting a business, and all I had bought, or I didn't even buy it, my mom did as my Christmas present, was a starter kit. So all I had was the Home Essentials kit, is what it was called back then. I had my oils, that's it. And in a sense, I was started a business just sharing oils with friends and family that I loved. And that first night, I had 10, 15 people get started with oils in their home, and in a sense, started a business. Now, I thought of myself more as sharing, and not until about a year and a half to 2 years into sharing did I decide to really take it seriously as a true business and go all in. But even in that time, I was still making income, paying for my oils, helping my family out, and things like that. And that's what I love about it. I never, after investing so much in my bakery, which my parents own it with me, and between us and them, it's like over at least $200,000 to put to own a bakery, right? So I never ever was like, I will ever own another business. I do not want to put any money into anything. This business has let me create, literally my more gross sales, for essential oils underneath me last year was over 5 million in sales. It's, I think 5 times my salary from my bakery. And I basically had no overhead going into this business. So that is insane for me when I think about it. I love Ashley's story. I grew up with Ashley. We went to the same church together our whole life, and it's been so great doing this business with her. And recently, in these last years, she has literally become the most amazing and inspiring leader. She just recently hit platinum, and I love her story. She says, it's been an amazing 4 years since I started doing this business full time. This past year was a hard one for our family as my sweet husband lost his job, but doTERRA proved to be such an incredible blessing for our family, and I truly believe God put this business on my heart to do for such a time as this. Not only were we able to share doTERRA with others, walking alongside of them and helping them, but it has also enabled my husband and I to stay home with our kids, homeschool them, and work from wherever we would like. As I'm writing this, I have tears in my eyes thinking of how good and faithful God is and how he's used this blessing of doTERRA to provide for our family. I'm truly living what I had set out to achieve. And it has been so, so amazing to watch this come true for Ashley. My favorite part of doing this as a business is watching other people be successful and how it impacts their life. So I love this story. You can think of it as a little cheesy, but it's totally true. And so I love it. Okay, so here is the story. Maybe you think of this of yourself. So you're either hauling buckets in your life or you're building a pipeline. So here's the hypothetical story. There was a man who hauled buckets. So to make a living, and sometimes we feel like this in life, we're hauling buckets. Every single day we wake up, we do the same thing, right? To make a living. We haul our bucket of water, we haul our bucket all the way up to the top of the mountain to collect the water, come back down. It takes a lot of time, talks a lot of energy and everything, and we get a set amount of income, right? And then after many years, he grew weary of hauling the buckets. I felt the same way many times. And then he decided, what if while I'm hauling these buckets, I create a pipeline from the top of the mountain down to the village? And little by little, he built this pipeline. And yeah, it was extra effort. Maybe when he wanted to, watch TV, he was building this pipeline instead. But in a sense, he's putting away for in the future having a pipeline. In that moment in the beginning, you maybe not seeing this pipeline at the beginning, right? It's not like when you start doTERRA, you're instantly a millionaire, right? But you're building this so that one day at the end, instead of hauling buckets every single day, when you finish building your pipeline, meaning you've gotten people that want to do the business with you, you have customers that order all the time because they love the product, and so, you have this foundational business, then one day you turn on the spigot and the water runs by itself. That's how it's felt like in my life, to be honest. Literally, I used to work 90 hours a week when I started my bakery in the beginning, 90 hours, no joke. One day, I think I was there at the bakery for 72 hours straight without going home. I slept there at the bakery. You know, it was like I did wedding cakes all day. I would sleep in the car while someone else drove me to each place. Like, that's what I felt, right? And then I was okay with that before I had kids. And then, because it was my dream. And then once I had kids, I was like, this is insanity, right? Turning on the spigot of doTERRA and being able to get the same income basically and grow year after year as much as I wanted to has been life-changing. And so that is something that an MLM offers, which basically almost all our business models don't, right? Like I said, a lot of ones you could get a steady income at a job that you check in 9 to 5, but it's pretty set, right? And most of those take away a lot of time freedom. And maybe you're making good money, but you don't have time freedom. Or maybe you're making not great money, but you have more time freedom and you're really tight on money and stressed out. So normally you don't get one that gives you both options. And for me personally, I found that doTERRA has given me both. Here is Lauren. I'm one of Ashley's leaders. She's a silver. I started because I was already sharing with everyone, and my husband suggested I get paid to do so. I think a lot of people's husbands finally say that, like, you're buying a lot of oils, you're loving them, why don't you make some money doing this? But in all honesty, the income potential gives me hope that my husband and I might be able to afford to have a baby someday and buy a house. I would also love to quit my day job and do doTERRA full time. Doing this business has pushed me to grow and shown me that I can do the seemingly impossible. My favorite part is being able to create my own schedule and be my own boss. So where are you at when you're looking at it? Are you feeling like you're hauling buckets, you know, building other people's dreams? You have limited time freedom, trading hours for dollars, or, you know, building a pipeline, building residual income, no limit on advancements, choose your schedule, building your dreams. This is in a sense our ranks within doTERRA. There are some lower ranks below this as well. So when you're just starting, you can hit those couple ones first, like director and so on. But one of our first main ones is the rank of elite. And you can see how within doTERRA we get paid in 4 different ways. They're here at the bottom. So each week you get paid weekly from doTERRA with your fast start bonus. So basically when you're first starting this bonus, all your income is reliant on your own personal sales. If you don't sell anything, you're not making anything. That's like most entrepreneurial businesses, right? You do have to sell or do the business in order to make money. Just make sure you get this person added. And so with that, you're getting your fast start, right? You can see purple right here is basically showing that's all your income basically for elite. Maybe you're getting a little bit of this bonus right here as an elite, but roughly you're making around $350 a month, right? You're paying for your oils and making a little extra money, okay? And so within doTERRA, when you make a sale, you get paid 20% of whatever the PV, the personal volume is of that sale. So for example, we have kits. Some of the kits are, you know, $249, and then the PV amount is 200. That's the point value. So if you sold that kit, it's 200 PV, then you get 20% of that. You're going to make $40 when you sell that kit. So each week, say you sold 2 kits that week, you would make $80 by selling 2 kits. Okay. Now within the fast start bonus, I'm going to go back and forth between 2 images real quick. Within the fast start bonus, we'll look over here. You make 20% when you sell something. Now, if your friend is the person who signed you up, or let's say I'm your friend. Okay. I'm the one who signed you up. Even though you sold the kit, you make 20%, so you'd make $40. Since I'm the one who helped you got started with the business, I'm your enroller, I would get 10%. So here I am getting residual income. You're the one who did the sale, but I get 10% of it still. So I was maybe off with my family when you sold the kit. I'm making 10%. And the lady who signed me up gets 5%. You can see how that residual income starts. Now you can think, when this person starts building the business and they start getting people that do the business underneath them, right? Maybe they share with their aunt and their aunt wants to start doing the business. Then now when their aunt starts selling, the aunt gets 20%. Then let's say that lady's name Mary, who was the first person who signed up and started to do the business. Now Mary gets 10% whenever her builder, sells something, and so on. And then whoever enrolled Mary, which was me, I get 5%. That's called Fast Start. And you get Fast Start paid every single week on Thursday. And so, that might vary depending on your sales for that week and depending on how many people that you have underneath you that are doing the business, right? So for me and my business, since I have a good amount of people that build underneath me, I might have anywhere from every single week $200 to $1,000 in Fast Start sales, okay, per week. Again, it totally varies depending on the amount of sales. Now you get 20% of whatever that person orders for the first 2 months. Whatever they order, 2 months, 60 days, you get 20%. So if they love their kit, they buy 2 weeks later or next month, again, you get 20% whatever they order, and so on. The person who, signed you up, they get 10% and the next person gets 5%. You can see at Elite, that's mainly where your income comes. Then when you go to Premier, you get the first empowerment bonus. That means because you hit Premier, which means you helped 2 people hit executive, you have 2 leaders underneath you, 2 business people. When you help other people learn how to do the business, you get rewarded. That's what I love about doTERRA. The only reason you're successful is if you've helped other people be successful. My favorite thing about it. So when you're Premier, you help 2 people become executive. You have 5,000 in sales that month. Now you have Fast Start. Now you get empowerment bonus. That's roughly $190 a month in a bonus just for hitting Premier and signing up 1 person at least. And then you might even be getting your Power of 3 bonus too. So your Power of 3 bonus, we're going to go over here. So Power of 3 bonus, this is just another way that you get paid with doTERRA. There's 4 streams of income. So we said Fast Start bonus, Power of 3 bonus. So with doTERRA, we do have what we call sort of like a frequent flyer mile program, or someone who loves oils and orders monthly. They can order what's called our loyalty rewards program. That means they're ordering every single month, and that's great for you because every month they order on doTERRA and they get extra rewards. And for you, that's extra residual income because you don't have to remind them to order. They're going to order every single month. They're on our extra savings program. Well, when you help people order on that, and they order at least 100 PV or $100 basically, close the same, of that, if you can get 3 people to do that on your first level, you get a $50 bonus. Now, most likely these will be maybe some of your builders that you get to want to do the business with you. So if your builder Amy gets 3 people to order on the LRP too, which isn't that hard to do because people love the product, then Amy gets a $50 bonus. Then your other builder, she's going to get 3 people, and this person gets 3 people. Again, you're just sharing the products. They love them. They want to order. Like I just signed up a couple people this month, and they already said, oh, I saw that extra savings program. How do I get on that? And what can I order? And literally the person already told me today, okay, I saw there's a free product this month. So I already ordered, and I didn't even have to tell her about the specials this month. So that's in a sense pretty easy to do when they love the product and you connect well with them. So again, this person got a $50 bonus now, this person got a $50 bonus, and this person got a $50 bonus. Now, because you helped 3 people get their $50 bonus, you at the top get a $250 bonus. Okay, going with me? Now you're basically doing the same thing again. Amy has her 3 builders. Now her 3 builders have 3 of their customers or builders get on the LRP. She gets a $50 bonus, each of them. Now she gets a $250 bonus, $250 bonus, $250 bonus. Now you get a $1,500 bonus every single month. This is just a straight bonus for helping people get on our loyalty rewards program. And basically a lot of them are probably sharers or doing the business or just customers that love the product. So you can get a $50 bonus, a $250 bonus, or a $1,500 bonus every single month. I get the $1,500 bonus every single month just for helping people get on the LRP program. And this is solid. This never goes away because all of these people love the product and they keep ordering. Now, as you can see, if we go back to here, now Here's this blue color. That's probably the majority of the Premier income, and maybe even the silver income is from their fast start, right? Their weekly sales and their bonus, their team power bonus. Then you can see we also have this leadership bonus, and that comes in right here. And we have something called Unilevel, and that's going to start coming in here. Now you can see as you do the business longer and you get to higher ranks, like right now I'm Blue Diamond, you can see a majority of my income now comes from a leadership bonus and Unilevel, which we'll talk about in a second. And the smallest part of my income, which used to be the most, is my daily sales or weekly sales and my power of 3 bonus. So those for me are the smallest amount of my check. But when you're starting, those are going to be the most amount of your check, because your leadership bonus and your residual income, your Unilevel, is what you're building and will grow over time, which is super solid. So at Silver and Premier, you're getting leadership bonuses. And so we're going to go back over here. So within the leadership bonus, when you're a Premier, you get an empowerment bonus for 190. Once you hit Silver, you get what are called our leadership bonus. And so doTERRA, depending on their total sales for that month, gives different percentage of sales. They divide it all up. So 2% of their sales goes to the silver, gold, and platinums. 1% of their sales goes to the diamond, Blue Diamond, presidential. And then again, down here, additional diamond get 1%, additional Blue Diamond and presidential. So you're getting lower groups of people, right? There's not as many Blue Diamonds as there are silver, golds, and platinums, divided up 1% of doTERRA sales for that month. So as doTERRA grows, you know, your bonuses can get bigger, right? And things like that. So within this, what the shares equal is roughly for shares are about $150. So at Silver, you're getting your fast start, you're getting your power of 3 bonus. Maybe you're getting your $250 bonus. Some silvers get their $1,500 bonus. Most silvers don't just get their $50 bonus. Most are at least getting their $250 at that point. And then they get their leadership bonus. So that's a $150 bonus plus the empowerment bonus is $190. So that's in a sense how they're making up that. And then the Unilevel we'll talk about in a second. As you can see, once you go from silver to gold, the leadership bonus jumps a lot. Instead of just getting 1 share for hitting silver, you get 5 shares of the bonus. So 5 times 150 is $750 roughly a month. So just for hitting gold, helping 3 people to be Premier, you get a leadership bonus of roughly $750. Then you get your power of 3 bonus, depending on where you're at. Maybe you're at 1,500 by that point, and then your fast start, your weekly sales, and then your builders, weekly sales. Then as you can see, as it grows, that leadership bonus gets bigger, and then we start seeing that a lot of your income gets this Unilevel. Unilevel is sometimes a little hard to explain, so I'm going to jump over here real quick. But Unilevel is a little bit of percent of almost all the people underneath you. So like I said, I have 13,000 customers underneath me. So what doTERRA does is they pay you after the first 2 months, right? You get 20% of whatever someone sells, you sell for the first 2 months. Then after that, you get to pick a certain place where you want them on your team. Depending on where you put them, you will forever get between 2% and 7% of whatever they order for the rest of their life. Now, the cool thing is when I sign someone up, I need to put them somewhere on my team. So if I move them somewhere lower on my team, maybe they're under, Ashley, who's my builder. And then I decide to put it under Ashley's builder and then further down under Ashley's builder. So basically I put this person down maybe 7 levels on my team. That means even though I sign the person up, all of these people in between are going to get income off of my customer, and I will also get income as well. The lower I put the person, the higher the percentage I get. So if I put them down 7 levels, I'm getting 7% of their sale for the rest of their life on whatever they order. And in the meantime, all the people in between get the 6%, the 5%, the 4% of that person's sale. So doTERRA is paying off those percentages for the rest of their life on what these customers order. So when I look at my paycheck each month, my Unilevel is my most amount of money, because you will see all the people's names that I get paid off of who are underneath me. They might not be my customer. Maybe it's a builder of mine. She helped the builder get signed up, and then she has a customer down here. But I get paid off of that person's order, right? Because I helped along the way. Maybe I didn't even do much work at all, but since it is my oil community, I'm still getting income off of it, which is the amazing thing, right? That's how you make money when you're in your sleep, is you build a community, you have all the resources which we're giving to you, and as it grows, your community grows, these customers grow, they order regularly, and you're getting paid a little percentage, 2 to 7% on whatever they order for the rest of your life. That's called unilevel. That income is very, very stable because these are regular orders. Most of them are on the LRP program and they order every month, and you're always going to get a percentage of sales of their orders. So for me, my unilevel income might be for that month 18,000, maybe for a smaller builder. Now I'm Blue Diamond. I've been doing it for a while. That's one of the higher ranks, but maybe someone else's unilevel, is 2,000, and then they get their $1,500 bonus. And then maybe they have, 300 in their fast start. And you can see how it starts adding up as you get further along in the company, and your team in a sense gets more stable. You have more customers, more people are on the LRP program and things like that. So that's called your unilevel. And that is super important, because for me personally, I've been doing it long enough that if I didn't do it at all, say I made no sales personally, I didn't sign one person up at all this last month and did nothing, I could have hit diamond without doing anything. Diamond's basic income is around $16,000 to $18,000 per month, and I could have gotten that without doing anything. That's because I would get my $1,500 bonus. I get sales and fast start from everybody else who's selling. I have unilevel, right? All those orders that everyone else is still making, even if I decide to not sell that month, right? And I would still get my bonus for hitting diamond. Now, for me personally, I do sell and I stabilized my rank. So I basically hit Blue Diamond every single month, which my income is roughly anywhere between 30,000 to at the top $40,000 a month. But I've been Blue Diamond for about maybe almost 3 years. And so it's pretty solid. At the beginning, maybe it was closer to about 25,000 or 22,000 when I first hit Blue Diamond. And then it grew to where I stabilized it. And then you can see now I'm getting towards Blue Diamond, and I'm growing now my further team for Presidential Diamond. So that's sort of how doTERRA goes. You hit a rank, then you stabilize it, and then you can move on to the next one. So hopefully I explained unilevel. I know it's a little confusing when I first started, but basically, I always tell people, when you're first starting, your main income is going to be on your sales. And then as you grow, you will be getting that residual income, which sticks with you for life. And in a sense, if you got cancer, if you had to do a break, you had a child, you get the stable income, right? Where you're doing it with all the effort that you've put in, it's stable now. And that's what is the biggest blessing about this business. So those, again, are the 4 streams of income. And those are the different ranks within doTERRA. Elite, Premier, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Blue Diamond, Presidential Diamond. The crazy thing is, with doTERRA, they don't even just cap it at Presidential. You can do the whole thing over again and build another team. There's one lady in doTERRA that's a triple Presidential Diamond. That means she's hit Presidential Diamond 3 times, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. If that didn't confuse you enough, I'm going to go a little bit quicker. I know I'm almost to the hour mark, but one thing about doTERRA, I just want to mention why it's different than other MLMs is a lot of MLM companies might pay you what seems like a little bit more at the beginning, but they're an inverted pyramid. Like I told you with doTERRA, when you sign someone up, you get 20%, right, of their sale. After that, depending on where you put them on your tree or your team, you get between 2 and 7%. The further down I put them, I get a higher percent, right? Now with other businesses, MLMs or direct sales, they give you a higher percent at the beginning. So when you first start your business, you might say, oh, I'm actually making more of a percentage on these customers. But the thing is, it caps you. Once you truly do this business for a while and you really want to make actual real solid income, like leave a job or make financial freedom kind of income, you, when you grow the business longer and you have more and more customers, which you eventually will get, even if you can't fathom that now, look at this. When you get to this level and say you have 729 customers now with doTERRA's income of getting 6%, when you get more people and you have them further down on your team, you're making $9,000. If you switch it and you're paying 7% at the top and 2% at the bottom, you're making $6,000 a month. That's a $3,000 difference. Now, when we go to level 7, when you've really done the business for a while, and remember, I have 13,000 people, so it's absolutely doable. This person has 2,187 people. Look at the difference in pay. This person is making $32,000. This person, $12,000. doTERRA pays you more money on more people rather than more money on less people. That is a big deal when you actually look at the compensation plans of why this MLM pays out more money and gives you better financial freedom than other direct sale and MLM companies out there. So again, here's a doTERRA earning disclosure, rough monthly averages. Again, these are averages these are averages, meaning this is like there's lows, there's highs. This is the average payout. So when you first hit a rank, you're not going to maybe, like I said, when I first hit Blue Diamond, I was not making 41,000. I had to stabilize that and then that grew. But roughly in these beginning ranks, they're pretty accurate when you first hit Elite because these are based on sales. You're going to be making anywhere from $300 to $500. When you hit Premier, you're going to be making roughly around $800, silver $2,000, gold. If you are getting your $1,500 bonus by that time, roughly around $4,000 or more, and so on. So this is the monthly average on doTERRA's income. We have multiple people at each ranks along the way, lots of elites, premiers, and silvers. We have, I should know the numbers by now, but we have at least 10 to 15 golds and platinums, and we have another Blue Diamond underneath me, and diamonds. So really anyone can do this business is what I've learned. It just depends on how hard you want to work, how fast, anything in that entrepreneurial mindset, it's up to you. An MLM comparison really quickly of other top MLM companies and what their top earnings are. So within Presidential Diamond, like we said, the average is 1,300,000. And again, you could do that over and over again, like we said. And other ones like Rodan and Fields, top one, 700,000. Isagenix, 3,032. Nerium, 800,000. So you can see, again, these are huge numbers, but it does cap you. And again, doTERRA, you can hit the rank over and over again. So really there is no ceiling. Then within essential oil companies, Young Living versus doTERRA, you can see that within doTERRA, at their ranks, there's different requirements to hit the rank. So OV means overall volume. That means your overall sales within your entire team. So one thing I like to point out, some people might not even think I'll ever hit Blue Diamond or Presidential Diamond or something like that. But let me tell you, I never thought I would go for Blue Diamond or even think of Presidential Diamond. And I am here and moving towards Presidential Diamond. So it can be done. But if you look at this, to hit Presidential Diamond, I have to have minimum 162,000 in sales per month, okay? And I have to have 6 legs. That means 6 main leaders that I'm working with. For Young Living, they have to have 1,500,000 in monthly sales to hit that same rank, which is insane. So there's really quite a discrepancy in the minimum amount of sales you would need. Now, as a Blue Diamond, I definitely have more than $75,000 in sales on a month. My average is more like 350,000 to 500,000 in sales per month. But you can still see roughly, as a Crown Diamond, I would have to have $750,000 in sales. So you can see there's a lot bigger requirements in overall volume to hit a lot of these similar ranks in a different essential oil company. My road to Blue Diamond, like I said, creating a community. Last year, I was able to become a founder within doTERRA, which was I absolutely was amazed. Didn't ever think it was possible, but I'm telling you, people love these oils. If you have a passion for helping people, you can literally do anything you want within this company. I always like to be honest with people, so I like showing them. As you can see in the beginning, this is when I first started back in 2014, and I was just a sharer, right? I was probably making at that time, a couple $100, maybe $1,000 at some points. And then you can see right around here, that was probably about 2 years into it, I decided to really go for it. And you can see when I decided to go for it, my income just rose. Now, some of these drops look really drastic, and sometimes because I got different bonuses at times. And like I said, sometimes you're solidifying ranks and things like that. But you can see at this point, this is 2019. I made $33,000, and this is just my payment without my fast start at all. So it was probably more like 36,000 that month, but 36,000 in sales, and this was a year ago. So I've even hit 40K now in this last year, and this is something I never thought possible. And to be honest, anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can. And you can just see that really being consistent and sharing with others, helping others figure out how to do this business too, you can really grow this business and have a consistent income for you and your family that you never thought you could get. I always tell people, and like you heard in this video, you can do this business and you can grow slow, right? As long as you're consistent and you love this and you love helping people. What if in 1 year you hit elite, right? Totally doable. We had one person this month hit Premier in month 1. In 1 month they hit Premier. Okay, so you can do whatever you want. But in 1 year hit elite. What if in year 2 you hit Premier? Year 3 silver. You can see how really, even if you go slow, wouldn't you say it's worth your time and energy by year 8 if you could hit Presidential Diamond? It doesn't matter how slowly you go as long as you don't stop. And I totally agree, right? This is something that's worth your time and energy, even if you want a second stream of income and you're like, I love my job, but yes, life is crazy right now. I don't know if I could lose my job, how within crazy COVID and society and all this kind of stuff, right? Second streams of income are a godsend. So maybe building something slowly is what you want. Or maybe you're like, no, I want to hit diamond in a year, or platinum or gold or silver, whatever it may be. You absolutely can do this. What do you want to create? Earn your products for free. Maybe you just are loving the oils and you just want to share, get your oils paid for, and make an extra $100 or $200. Totally doable. Maybe you want to supplement your income and you want to get an extra $1,500 to $5,000 monthly, right? Maybe you want to replace and multiply your income, get 6,000, 9,000 plus monthly. Totally doable within doTERRA. Within our community, we have our customer community, like I said, on Facebook. We have our private website. We have a builder community. We do weekly builder chats. We have, like this month, we're doing a free oil sample program. I invested $4,000 of my own money in helping people get all of their samples out to their customers last month, and into their hands so they can do this business. And we're doing it again this month. So that's something that you're like, yes, I do want to sample people. Maybe I don't have a lot of income to help right now. This is the perfect month to do it because I am offering to help with all of your samples this month. You get all of the education, all of the ebooks, the testimonials, the graphics, the cute roller bottle labels, all of those resources you will get within our community. So I tell people whatever is mine, I like sharing. That's just what I feel like works the best. So literally, we are there to help you every step along the way to make your business successful. Malia, who's a silver leader, said the community makes it easier to do the business because everyone is so encouraging, and there's great feedback on strategies that work to grow your doTERRA business. The Facebook page is great because you can search old posts on the business. It's also been a place where I can connect with cross-line team members to get a customer in an online or in-person class. The collaborative nature of our team is great. We have charts, recipes, ebooks, and more. As you can see, look at all these: winter wellness, thyroid, babies, fertility, green clean, all of those already done for you. You get to have them. And this is like so gold when you're starting a new business, right? Wilma Rose, who I said started last month, her business, she hit Premier month 1. Obsessed with Essentials has provided me with an amazing foundation to launch this business. From ongoing education to a plethora of resources, I felt supported even in the middle middle of the night when I'm researching a product or a recipe. Obsessed with Essentials is also providing my new members with an easily accessible pool of resources that educate and empower them. Nancy said, I would not have even considered being a doTERRA wellness advocate if it had not been for Obsessed with Essentials. As a longtime customer of Melody's, I already knew that I appreciated the type of education, resources, and incentives, hello, gorgeous roller bottles, we all love those, that she provided, but also loved her vibe and approach of not being pushy or salesy. I knew that partnering with her and Obsessed with Essentials would align with my own personality and approach to business. She's provided all the tools I need to successfully launch my own business with my personal touch. Her ebooks, resources, community knowledge, it makes it easy for me to support my customers and also attract and support other builders. Being a part of Obsessed with Essentials has been critical to building my own business with continued support, motivation, and education. And Nancy has 4 kiddos, a separate business that has been hugely successful. I met her in the wedding industry years ago. And so if she can build a business with all that she has going on, anybody can. It's been so fun getting to work with her. So this is a lot of the faces in our oil community. This is one of our get-togethers. And like we said, work hard, play hard. We love getting together. This year has been a little bit harder than most to get together, but we are excited to hopefully sooner than later get together more often in person. So yeah, if you guys want to get started, I will stay on for a little bit longer to answer Q&A since I know that was a lot of info I put out there. But I would definitely recommend connect with the person who sent you here to chat. Figure out if you haven't gotten started with essential oils, maybe what starter kit might be the best one. Or if you're a current customer, you can talk to the person about potentially becoming a wellness advocate and upgrading. Definitely before you click the upgrade button, talk to the person that sent you to this and they can chat with you more about it. And then, yeah, you could join in our builder training sessions. Like I said, we are doing our whole oil sample program this month. We have all the education for you on each of the 4 oils. We're doing on lavender, peppermint, wild orange, and adaptive. You get the samples, the roller bottle, all for free for your customers to sample them, friends and family, whoever it is that you want to sample. And we will give you all the tools on how to educate them so they can fall in love with oils too. And that is for this month and that we're offering it for free. So again, it is a great month to get started. doTERRA has some amazing promos this month too for any new customers. So it always is a fun month for customers to get started when they get lots of freebies from doTERRA. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, I am on here to chat. So you can unmute yourself. You can chat in the sidebar. And again, like I said, we recorded this as well. So if you do have any friends or family or potential business people as well that you want to hear this chat, reach out to myself or anybody who sent you here and we can get you that recording as well. But I will look in the sidebar to see if there's any more chat questions. And then, okay, let's see real quick. Someone said, how many people do you need to have under you to move up in rank? That's a great question. So when you're going to hit the rank of elite, that's that first one I showed you that was roughly $300 to $500. You actually don't have to have any builders. You don't have to have anybody doing the business technically under you. Just as long as you have 3,000 in sales underneath you, you can hit elite. Then once you go to the rank of premier, then you need to have what we call 2 legs or 2 team members that you can build under. Now, sometimes if you're a really fast builder and you're signing up a lot of customers, you might not have 2 people that want to do the business with you quite yet, or that you want to do the business with, which is totally understandable. When you start something new, you want to make sure you get the right business partners. So you can do something that's called creating a ghost leg or a placement spot. That would mean maybe you sign up your mom and you build customers under your mom and she's one of your legs, and maybe your sister and you build under her. They're really more like placeholders. And then when you find someone you really want to do the business with, you transfer them into that spot. But in the meantime, if you're a really fast builder, you can have those placeholder spots and build underneath them. And those could be your 2 leaders that you qualify off of to hit premier. So in a sense, if you're a really fast leader and builder in the business, you could hit premier and hypothetically have no builders. You could just sign up a lot of people. But ideally, it is nice to have sharers of builders, and that's who you are going to build underneath. But you can absolutely make money in doTERRA and income without having any kind of builders. Because again, you can make your fast start, you can make your power of 3 bonus without having necessarily builders. You can get some of those bonuses. But when you want to go on to the higher ranks, you would at least need to have those placeholder spots. And then again, you'd ideally want to get some builders into those spots. Let's see. see if there's any other questions. If anybody wants to unmute yourselves, like I said, just do that. When does the new oil study start and when do we need to have it in by? That's a great question. I wish I had my exact dates on here because I do have it down to the dates, but this week we knew we wanted to help all talk to people about the business. So I believe we are going to be starting next week is when we're going to tell you to reach out to your people who want to get started. So that would be like about maybe, I think I have it dates of like Monday through Wednesday or Thursday next month and then, or next week, sorry. And then once you reach out to people and see who wants to get started, maybe you have 5 people that want to be in the sample program, then you would let us know. And then we would be getting all the samples and sending them out to your customers. And then you would be responsible for helping them get educated. So we'll be giving you all that info on a daily basis. And you can DM them, text them, call them, however you want to do it. We have ebooks for them to look at each day, all the recipes and everything. So it's really easy, all done for you. But this week, we're going to be sharing about the business. And then next week, or even this weekend, if you wanted to, you could start getting people that would be interested in doing the oil sample program. And then at the end of next week is when we're going to start getting the final tallies of who they are and start shipping out the actual samples. And then moving in to the third week is when they're going to be trying out their samples, we're educating them. And then the final week is when we're going to be doing oil online classes, like a Zoom chat or one on Facebook, and they can come to those classes and then learn how to get started if they want. Someone asked, can these be used for soap making? Yeah, you can use essential oils in so many different things. That's why we love them. Literally skincare, hair care, beauty, you name it, you can use the oils in so many different ways. So yeah, you can make them tons of DIY products, all sorts of things. Oh, someone already answered all the Nancy's on it. She has all the dates. So yeah, perfect. Well, I'm here to answer any questions. If anybody has any more, you could type in the chat bar. If not, thank you so much for joining in tonight. I hope you guys learned some good info on doing doTERRA as a business. I'm over at Obsessed with Essentials. Of course, if you have any questions, you can ask me or the person that sent you here, and we would love to answer any of them for you. Sometimes I know answering on Zoom might be a little tricky. You just want to jump on a phone call with someone. So definitely reach out to the person that sent you here, or I can always answer them for you on Instagram as well. All right, you guys, I think that looks about it. So I will stop the recording now. I know a couple of us who already are doing the business are going to stay on for our builder chat, so you guys can stay on. But if you came for the business opportunity video, I think we're ending it now. Thank you for joining in, and hopefully we'll get to see you maybe this coming month and helping you start with our oil sample program. All right, bye, you guys.